anything to do with this area right here. Fall in love, holy grail, grab it every time. Super cheap. Really love it. Metallic duochrome. You are like a glitter queen. Buy it right now. It's worth every penny. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing my next segment of my best in beauty of 2022. If you have not seen my previous videos, I will link them down below. I so far have done the face and complexion category where I talk about my favorite primers, my favorite foundations, all the way to setting spray, give you my favorite recommendations of the year, the best products that I found, used, loved, that I gravitate towards in my favorites in my collection. So if you're interested in finding out those recommendations, I will link the videos down below, but today we're going to be talking about eyes. Anything to do with this area right here. Brows, eye, primers, eyeshadows, mascaras, eyeliners, the whole shebang. So keep watching to find out my favorites of the year. Also, I will give you a little info on my giveaway that's going on right now that I announced in my first Best in Beauty video. So I will give you the kind of instructions on how to enter to win some really beautiful makeup. So this category is usually my biggest. I am doing a much more kind of selective pick this year instead of being like, okay, every category, a drugstore, a high-end, this, that. Trying to find things to throw in so I have an option for everybody. Like, no. This year I was like, if I didn't love it, if I didn't use it, if I didn't like fall in love, holy grail, grab it every time, it's not going in the video. So there are some categories that there's no new products. There's some categories I had to be like, okay, so didn't really fall in love with anything this year. What am I loving still? So let's get down to it with eye primer. This is one of the categories that we don't have new products. The two that I'm still loving are the Milani eyeshadow primer and the Hourglass Veil eyeshadow primer. This is my drugstore, my high-end favorites. I honestly love them very much the same. They have similar consistencies. They are beautiful and not oily on the eyelid. They, blend in really easily. They don't have any coverage to them. So if you're looking for coverage, I would recommend either the P. Louise or the MAC Paint Pot. But these ones are just ones I grabbed. They're super easy to apply. They work really well. They hold onto your eyeshadow all day. There's no creasing. There's, no fading. And it also makes your eyeshadows pop. Everything you'd look for in an eyeshadow primer. These ones really are great. I do love the Hourglass, but honestly, this one is probably one of the best because it is so affordable from Milani and it gives very similar effect to the Hourglass. So definitely the top two. Then we're moving on to eyeshadow. So this is always the category I have trouble narrowing down, but this year was actually not too bad. I have some really beautiful products to share with you. So the first one is my more affordable option and the one that I'm wearing today, and that is the By the Rosé by ColourPop. Honestly, guys, I have gravitated towards this palette more than almost any ColourPop palette I've used. Aside from like my favorites, like my Old Stone Fox, the Bare Necessities. A lot of ColourPop palettes I love, but I don't find myself, like I almost forget I have them because I have so much eyeshadow and then I'll be like, oh yeah, this one I gravitate towards. I love the rose toned color scheme. I love the mattes. It gives you options to go glam, to go everyday. It has beautiful metallics. For example, let's give this one a swatch. Like, look at how stunning that is. It's creamy, it's dreamy, it's everything that you want. I recommend this, hands down, one of my favorite, more affordable palettes that I've tried to date. One of my favorite ColourPops for sure. Super cheap. Really love it. And as you can see, you can create a really, really stunning, still quite glam look. Mattes are pigmented, blendable. The metallics are, as I said, creamy and pigmented and light reflective. The next palette is actually very similar in color scheme, but is a little bit more high-end. The ColourPop is so good. The ColourPop is right up there with high-end, but I do really love this one as it's very different. It's very unique. It's innovative, and that's the Patrick Ta. Sorry, I did just clean it, but I already have fingerprints on it again. It's the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2. So this is the Rose palette. So similar vibes, but definitely different. It has a beautiful lineup of mattes that are pigmented, blendable, really easy to work with. It has a beautiful lineup of metallics that, again, creamy, light reflective, like next level stunning. And they have very like interesting textures to them. Like they're super fine. They're not chunky. Oh, some of them have a more glittery finish. Some of them have a more like typical, like creamy, seamless metallic finish. So as you can see, different textures, different finishes, beautiful consistencies, really creamy, really dreamy. Honestly, this is probably, I don't know, I think I like this one a little bit more than the original actually. And then what I also love is these creams. And you'd be surprised at how much I love these. I was like, I'm not a huge cream liquid eyeshadow fan. These are beautiful to play with, to layer. I've even used the dark one as an eyeliner. It gives a stunning effect. They have a creaminess to them, but they're not slipping and sliding around. They set down and they stay and they last all day. And you can also use it as a base. So really love the innovative, you know, textures and different like finishes in this palette. I love the shades. I love the versatility of the palette. Again, you can go every day. You can go super glam. Hands down, one of the best palettes of the year for sure. If you're wanting metallic duochrome, you are like a glitter queen like I am. Like I obsess about, like if a palette has beautiful metallics, I'm like, I'm sold. This palette from Danessa Myricks, I've raved about this in the last couple months. It is the Lightwork Volume 4 Transcendence palette. It's an illuminating eye and face pigment palette. So it has the most, it's like one of the most unique intense palette you've ever played with. So if you're not into glitter and glitz and glam and you're like more reserved with your eyeshadow, you're probably going to want to skip this one. If you like to play with color and glitter and duochromes, buy it right now. It's worth every penny. It's going to last you forever. Like a little goes a long way. I've done so many different looks with this and every time I'm obsessed. So it has a beautiful lineup of duochromes in so many different shades. Like when I'm talking intense, I barely touched that eyeshadow. Like some of the most intense duochromes, like look at that. It literally looks like I have metal on my hand. Super pigmented, super light reflective, like creamy beyond your wildest dreams. Really easy to play with. Like you don't need a lot. And when I say that, I mean it. Like dip your finger once or twice and you've got like the whole lid. It is intense. It also has this one and this one are like more glitter toppers. They're not really duochrome, but I really like these for, again, toppers, inner corner highlights, brow bone highlights, or just to use. Like they're really beautiful, glittery, metallic eyeshadows. But I also like those two for the face. Like it's called a face and eye palette. And I'm like, I'm not putting those colors on my face unless you're going for like a galaxy, like super and crazy look. But the two that I just pointed out are like, you could totally use them as highlights. I have used them as highlights. They're beautiful finishes. They also have these aqua chromes on the sides here where you add a couple drops of water, create like a paste, and then you can use them for like graphic metallic liners. Really beautiful consistency, very innovative and different. And then they also have the two pressed chrome flakes, which I do like. They're a little bit, they're not ones I gravitate towards. I like the seamless, smooth metallic. I don't really like the chunky look. But if you're into that and you like the chrome flakes, they are very pretty. Overall, this palette is like literally, I think this is my favorite eyeshadow palette I've ever bought in my whole entire life. And I know it's not like everyday, day-to-day usable. Well, for me, I would. But like realistically, but it is like phenomenal. I can't rave about this enough. I'll just shut up about it. Like just buy it and thank me later because like look at that quality. So the last eyeshadow palette that I have fallen in love with is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. This is hands down one of my favorites of the year for sure. It is actually the eyeshadow palette I'm doing in the giveaway. I'm giving away this and the cheek palette to match. Loved this collection so much. I will have all the information how to enter the giveaway down below. All you basically have to do is head over to my first Best in Beauty video, which I'll have a link in the description. It is where I talk about my favorite face and complexion products. And you just have to subscribe to my channel and comment on that video your favorite product you found this year, whether it's eye products, face products, lip products, anything. Even if it's like hair or skincare, anything you want to share, because I like to hear your recommendations as well. So that's all you have to do is just comment on that video and make sure you're subscribed. I will also have in the description box below how to enter for bonus entries. But anyways, getting back to this product, I love it so much. I wanted to give it to one of you guys. It has everyday shades, those really nice, soft, brown mattes. It has some warmth and it has a little bit of neutral. It has some darker, plummier, purpley shades to really go super glam and darken things up. It has a black, which I like, and it also has some of, again, the most dreamy, creamy, light reflective, beautiful metallics. Like we're talking duochromes. We're talking like kind of glittery toppers. We're talking beautiful creamy metallics. All the finishes you want, all the beautiful shades that you want. They are so stunning. It has such a variety of color without being too much. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I like that this has this, and this. I can do so much with it. But then you're like, this is like how do you piece this all together? Or it's like not something you'd gravitate towards every day. This is something you'd grab every day, but you could still use for like those nighttime glam looks. One of the best from Natasha Denona. As you can see, the metallics are creamy, blend, like seamless. They're not powdery, chalky. They're, pigmented, light reflective, and the mattes are also pigmented, blendable, everything you want. So hands down, those are the best eyeshadow palettes of the year and the ones I will grab out of my whole collection. Favorites. So moving on, we have eyeliner. So my favorite eyeliner of the year is the Benefit Extreme Precision Liner, the They're Real liner. It is liquid. It is extremely precise, extremely pigmented and rich, easy to use. It has a good flow without depositing too much product. It lasts all day long. It doesn't fade or feather. It's still there at the end of the day, and it is really, really easy to use. That's what I love about it too. It glides beautifully. Phenomenal. For pencil liners, I actually have two options. So one that I'm wearing in my waterline right now is the Haus Labs Optic Intensity Eco Liner. So I like this because it is one of the only white eyeliners that have actually shown up on my waterline and actually stay there pretty much all day. So if you're looking for a white liner to really brighten the bottom lash line, like waterline, hands down one of the best that I've tried from Haus Labs. It is pigmented, it is creamy, it glides nicely, and it does last all day. It would also be good for using on, like if you want to do graphic liner, sharpen it up. It lasts really long on the skin as well. For a colored liner, hands down, my favorite is the MAC Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Commitment Issues. It is a beautiful like lilac-y lavender purple, and it comes in other beautiful shades as well if you're not into the purple. I have done like a winged eyeliner with this. It's not only beautiful, creamy, easy to use, glides nicely, but it also lasts literally all day, especially on the skin, but also it lasts really well on the waterline. So if you're looking for color, I definitely love this. I have only tried the white in the Haus Labs, and that's why I love it, is because I've never found a white liner that has lasted as long as this one. So those are my two favorites, one for color, one for white. But again, you can get different shades in these. So if you're wanting to try it out, but not really wanting these colors, they offer other shades. Moving on to mascara, we have the Rare Beauty mascara that everybody has fallen in love with. Hands down, one of the best. I'm wearing it today. It gives volume, it gives pretty good length, it gives curl, it holds curl all day, and I find it doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't flake, and I like the brush on it. Everything about it I really, really enjoy. So really, really good. Love that one. And then the drugstore is actually a newer find of mine, and at first I'm like, I don't know, do I love it that much? But every time I use it, I'm like, ooh, I like the way my lashes look. And that's the Essence Another Volume Mascara, or Just Better. That's the name of it. And it is really nice because I find that it like fans my lashes out beautifully. It doesn't look chunky or, I can't speak today. What's the word? clumpy. Neither of them do. Both of them feather the lashes out nicely, but this one almost gives like a wispy, like it makes it look like you have more lashes almost. It's not like the most dramatic, voluminous mascara ever, but it does give pretty good volume. It actually gives really good length as well, and I do like the brush. It grabs every lash, it fans them out, it's not clumpy. I really like this mascara, and it is like, what, $5? So hands down recommend those mascaras. And then last we have brows. So I don't have any new brow like products in the sense of like drawing on your brows. So I'm going to share the two products I've been really just vibing with lately. This one I like to, and this is how I do my brows right now. I've been thinking of doing like a brow video. So I do like the outline of like the bottom and the top to get like a sharp shape, because I do like some more shape to it, and adding like more of an arch and getting like a crisp line underneath. And I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This isn't new. This is the Ultra Fine Brow Defining Pencil. This isn't new. I do want to try their volumizing one. I'm a little late in the game. I do want to try it. And I know everybody loves that one, but I like this because it's really precise to just get those lines. It's pigmented, it glides well, it's creamy, and it lasts all day long. And then I really love, this is the star of the show. It's the Brow Microfilling Pen by Benefit. I have mentioned this, I believe it was in last year's video. I still love it. Basically, it just gives you those hair-like strokes and fills it in. It's a more natural way to get that like fluffy look, and it's easy because it has like the 3 prongs to it. So you're not going in with one trying to draw on all these hairs. Like I literally just go through and go you can like flip it onto its side to get individual hairs. Super easy to use, gives a really nice natural feathery look, but still fills in the brow, gives you like more fullness. So I've been loving those two together. And for brow gels, so when I want to have a super voluminous, thick, fluffy brow, which if you've watched my channel, I've had a hard time figuring out how to achieve that with my like not super full brows. I really like the NYX Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. This is one of the newer launches. It gives you like the most thick brow. It actually has fibers in there to give you a more full, thick brow. And it is tinted, so you can get your shade. Like you probably will even see the fibers on this brush here. It is really, really nice. It gives you, as I said, super thick, full brows. It really does a good job. It's not messy. It doesn't go everywhere. It lasts all day. And it does really, you do achieve a more full brow for sure. And I like that it's tinted if I need a little more zhuzh, you know? If I want to just like go through quickly with this and not have to worry about filling them in, plop this on and it just gives more color and fullness. I'm looking for clear. Then I do also like the NYX Brow Glue. It took forever for me to find this in Canada here, but I do really love it. It has a tiny little brush to get in there, even for the smallest brows. It holds like no other. It has an incredible formula that really just like your brows will stand up all day long. So really, really love this one as well if you're looking for a clear option. And then my high-end option that I'm wearing today is the Too Faced Fluff and Hold. It's a laminating brow wax. So it has a kind of like sticky, waxy consistency as well. Maybe not quite as sticky as the NYX Brow Glue. Back comb it into your brows, get them nice and full. And then you use this little comb on the end to like comb it through and like prop them up. And then I find I use this black part to kind of comb and shape them. Do you know what I mean? It really sets you up with everything you need to create that brow lamination look with just a brow glue. So love that as well. I haven't really worn lashes this year because I don't even have the time. So I honestly don't really have recommendations for that. But if you're looking for lashes and you don't want to spend a fortune, either go drugstore because the Kiss lashes are some of the best. But the ones that I've found recently, and I use these for clients actually, I go to either Marshall's or Winners, and the Pro Beauty Essentials has so many different types of lashes. You know, you want super natural, you want super like thick and voluminous like these, you want kind of a mixture. They have so many different lash sets, and it usually comes with at least 5 sets, if not 10. And I find that it's usually if they have 5, it's only $10. And if they have 10, it's $20. So you're getting basically a lash false lash set for $2. So if you're trying to find cheap lashes, these work really well. I don't love the glue that it comes with, so I would use either the Ardell or a glue you already are familiar with and love. But these are really good and they're super cheap, and you can find them at Marshall's or Winners. So that's a little extra like find that I've really loved this year. So it's not a specific recommendation, but just kind of the brand in general. Definitely check those out. So that is my Best in Beauty eye products of 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed and found some recommendations that you love. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Check out the giveaway down below. And go ahead and enter in my other video, as I would love to give you guys a chance to win these beautiful products. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.